Hello, good day and welcome. I'm Timotab and today I'm going to solve AL203 by Dorlir. Um, a few notes on the puzzle from my understanding is that this puzzle was created to celebrate the first birthday of Dorlir's son on today, the 10th of November. So we have a 1 and an 11 and a 10, and also in the rules there's 10 and 11, which we'll get to in a bit. Um, And the title comes from the fact that aluminium oxide or alumina, which is what Al2O3 is the chemical formula for, um, is the main constituent of the gem ruby, which is the English translation of Dorlir's son's name. So this puzzle is dedicated to Ruby. Happy birthday, Ruby. I hope you have a good one, even though you probably can't understand what I'm saying just yet. Um, but yeah, so this is a puzzle for Ruby, um, and happy birthday. If you would like to try solving this puzzle for yourself, it'll be the first link in the description, and let's have a look at the rules. Okay, we are going to draw 4 3x3 boxes in the grid that do not overlap and fill them with the digits 1 to 9. So, um, a possible way to do that might be there, um, there, here, and here. Um, okay. Cells that are not in any box are empty and their value is 0. Digits cannot repeat in a cage and sum to the clue given in the top leftmost cell of that cage. So this cage is going to sum to 10, this cage will sum to 11. Draw 4 snakes, each existing completely inside one of the 3x3 boxes. Each snake is a 1-cell wide path that only moves orthogonally and must pass through every cell of its box. Adjacent digits along a snake must sum to 10 or 11. Okay, so I can use the drawing tool. If you don't have the pen tool available, then click on the little cog icon above the keypad, and at the top of the settings that comes up just outside my screen is Enable Pen Tool. And then you'll have the pen tool icon that you can use, and that allows you to draw things in the grid like that. Oh, that's very harsh. Let's delete that. Okay. So we are instructed to draw a snake that moves orthogonally, so that's not diagonally, so it has to cross the edge of from one cell to the next. It lies entirely within a 3x3 box, and it visits every cell of the box. So that is nominally a valid path for a snake, and we're going to do that in each of these boxes. And then adjacent digits along each snake sum to 10 or 11. So those two digits can sum to 10, those two digits can sum to 10, those to 10, or 11 indeed. And that's it. That seems very light on the rules and the things we have in the grid to help us. But I know that Dorlir is an excellent constructor, so I have no reason to believe that this won't solve. So I am going to restart the puzzle in order to reset the timer, and let's begin. Okay, let's think about these boxes. The first thing I want to think about is, can I have a box here? And the answer to that question is no. because although I've got room to put two boxes in the bottom half of the grid, I don't have room on the left or the right to make another box. So I'm roughly going to get one box in each of the four corners. And this is going to be the boundary that the top left box can make. So I've got four options, one here, one here, one here, and one here. And these four cells are in each of those four options. So those are in, and by symmetry, we're going to get one there, we're going to get that, and that. So we've definitely got those cells in different boxes. So now, what do we do? Okay. I think that, so I'm not saying that this is the green box, I just want to mark that up so I can then draw a line in it. Because I want to think about this 10 and 11 line, the snake. Because it occurs to me that once I have a digit on the line, say an 8, then the other two digits are forced, the digits either side of the 8, assuming it's not on the end. Because I need one of the digits to help the 8 sum to 10 and the other digit to help the 8 sum to 11. So they would have to be a 2-3 pair. So, okay, 1 cannot form a pair to make an 11 because there is no 10 digit. And 5 cannot form a pair to make a 10 because that would require a second 5, but this is all contained within a box, and so we can't have a second 5 because it'll be in the same box and we can't repeat digits in the box. So 1 and 5 have to go on the ends of the line, and then if we have a 1 we have to have a 9, and if we have a 5 we have to have a 6. So the 1 and 9 sums to 10 and the 5 and 6 sums to 11. So 9 then needs a 2 and 6 needs a 4 to sum to 11 or 10 respectively. The 2 needs an 8 to sum to 10 and the 4 needs a 7 to sum to 11. And then that will be a 3. So, and we didn't look at the geometry of the snake other than it being a snake with two ends. Okay, I'm now going to color up this box because I want to look at something slightly differently, but I don't want to get rid of the work that I've done there. And the question I have now is, can I start a snake in a cell that is in the center of an edge? And I don't think I can. Okay, here's a good way to look at it. Yes, so let's consider these 4 cells and these 5 cells. because I am going orthogonally, I am always traversing from an O to an X to an O to an X to an O. And it's like these are bishop's colours on a chessboard. So every time I move, I'm changing from one to the next. Now, the there are 9 cells in the box, and therefore my snake length is 9. So the two ends of the snake are going to be the same on the same bishop's color. So if I start, basically what I'm saying is that the end that the snake, the cell that the snake starts or ends on, I need 5 of those. If I go from here to 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 there, the next cell I need is an O cell, and there's none left. So, and it doesn't matter how I rearrange or how I start it, I cannot put the start of the line on a center edge. Okay, let's remove all of that and put my blue back in. All right. So I'm always going to be starting my line on the main diagonal. And the other thing is, if I consider low digits to be 1 through 5, I'm also alternating high, low, high, low, high, low as I go along, or low, high, low, high. Which means that my low digits are always going to be on the main diagonal of my box, and my high digits are always going to be on the center edges. Yes, that is absolutely the case. All right. I thought I had everything. All right, there we go. Let's put my green back in. And that is going to do stuff up here. All right. Question number 1 is, can this be my purple box? And the answer is no, because the 1 is on the center edge. And I can't do that from the work we've just discussed. Question number 2, can this be the purple box? No, because the purple is on the center edge. So that means our options are this one or this one. There we go. There's our 2 possibilities. This one looks more restrictive, so I think I'm going to consider this one first. Okay. Okay, that's really, really nice. So first of all, that forces those 2 cells to be in our blue box. Can these 3 be in? And the answer to that, I think, is no. Because these 2 are corner cells. If we had this configuration, these would be outside, that there is no box that can take those, so they'll be empty and value 0. These are corner cells which have a maximum of 5, in fact they're low digits, so because they're in the same cage they would be 5 and 4, that would total 9, which is not 11. Newsflash. So that can't be the blue configuration if this is the purple configuration. And then can this be the blue configuration? And the answer to that is no, because these two digits, they are high digits. So they are at least 6 and 7. And we've got two more digits up here. I mean, that's the 13 already blows the 11. So neither place that blue could go if purple were in this configuration allows this 7K, this 11K to work. So that, therefore, is where purple goes, and we have a box. Okay. Now, in fact, blue can't go here in any case because those two, let's do it the same way I did last time. Those two would be in, those two would both be high and below the 11 cage. And blue can't go there because all the digits of the 11 cage would be non-zero, and therefore a minimum of 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, which is 15. So blue cannot have those two cells in. Okay. So this can't be in. Ah, that's very nice. So first of all, we can definitely put those two in, which puts those in green. But if these were blue, then I'd only have one cell in this 11 cage that counts, and that digit cannot be an 11. So that's the rest of where blue goes. These are not in. Okay, orange cannot go here because that includes all 5 of the 10 cage. Orange cannot go there. Orange cannot go there because, as we've seen before, those two digits would be high and below the 10 cage. So those two are grey. That forces orange over here. And now orange can't go down because it has to be a 3 by 3 box, so that forces orange here. And that's grey. And now, if green were here, the 10 cage would only have one digit, and that can't be a 10. So that's green. And this is grey. Okay. So we have our boxes. And now the question is, where do we look? And I think, yes, I think here. So this is restricted because it's a high digit, but the minimum that these two digits can be is 3. So the maximum this can be is a 7. Because remember, in a cage, digits cannot repeat. So now these are from 1, 2, and 3. Oh, I seem to have settings that I don't want on. Where is it? Conflict checker off. Okay. Okay, so this is 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and digits cannot repeat in a cage. So I've either got 3 or 4 to complete it. 3 has to be 1 and 2. 4 has to be 1 and 3. So I have to have a 1. This can't be a 1 because of this one, so this is a 1. Okay. Well, this has to be a 9 because that's the start of our snake. Can that be the next cell on the snake? Oh, no, it can't. Right. So if this cell were A2 and we brought our snake through here, if I then go down, I isolate this section of the box from this section of the box. So I can't, once I've entered one of those two sections, I can't get back to the other one. And if I go across, I've got the same problem. So in fact, I cannot enter this cell from the 9. I have to go there. That's a 2. The only way the line can go from here is there. And so that is an 8. One of these 2 is now a 3. This has to be a 6 or a 7 because that's the other high digit. And these have to be from 3, 4, and 5, and that's not a 3. I'll remove those corner marks. And let's just have a look at our options now. So I could go 8, I could go 3, 7, 4, 6, 5. I could go 3, 7, 4, 6, 5. I could go 3, can't go to there because of isolation. 3, 7, 4, 6, 5. So I have 3 different ways that I can traverse that. So I think I've done all I can here. And I now think that my next box to look at is actually this one. So by Sudoku, I can't place a 1 here or here, or here. One of those must be a 1, therefore. And where does it get its 9 from? Well, none of those can be a 9 because of this 9. This is a very, very nice puzzle. It's very well constructed. So that has to be a 9. I've come from the side. So next to the 9, I have to have a 2. I can't go to the other side, so that has to be a 2. I now can't go up because that isolates one side from the other. So I have to go to the side again. And it actually has to be the same side that my 1 is on. Because if I were to do something like that, then I would isolate this cell from the rest. And the same would be true if I had the mirror image. So if I go like this, I then go up, along, and down. And in fact, that means that the paths, there's basically 2 options. So I'm going to pencil mark the entire thing in a moment. So my option number 1 is that I go, I start here and I go 1, 9, 2, 8, 3, 7, 4, 6, 5. And then the other option is that I go 1, 9, 2, 8, 3, 7. So that's now definite 7, 4, 6, 5. And I've got a definite line across there. Now that's super handy because that makes this a 7 by Sudoku, which makes this 6. That makes this a 5. And now my line has to go from 5 to 6 to 4 to 7 to 3 to 8. And we complete that box. That's nice. Okay. Over here, we have two digits that need to sum to 11. I need an odd and an even. The only odd I have in that entire cage is a 3, and then I get an 8 to add to that to make 11. And so the line must be this line, and we can now fill in our digits. 4, 6, and 5. All right, this box, 9 must go there. Two is here or here. If that's 2, that has to be 8. Because if I go there, I've isolated this section from this. And I can't go there because that's an 8. So if this is 2, this is 8. If this is 2, this is 8. So I've got 2's in there. I've got 8's there. So if this is 2, this is 8. I can't get a 3 that the 8 needs from there, so that would have to be the 3 we would get from this 8. Can't get the 3 there. In fact, the only way that this could go, if it went this way, is this way. 3. And now we've gone 8, 3, 8, 3. That has to be a 7. 1, 9, 2, 8, 3, 7. And then one of those would be 4. That'd be a 4, 5 pair and a 6. Or 1, 9, 2, 8, 7. 1, 9, 2, 8, 3, 7, 4, 6, 5. Okay, that's got multiple options. I'm going to leave that for now because I've just think I've spotted. So next is 2 or 3, I need an 8. And that has to go there because it can't go here. And so the other side of this 2 or 3 is a 7 or a 9. Let's draw those in. So if this is a 3 to make that the 7, then that has to go there for the 4. And that would be a 2. And that would be 9. Oh, right. 1 plus 6 is 7, plus 3. There we go. That brings a lot of clarity to it. That is a 7. This 7 needs a 4, which it can't get from here because of Sudoku, so that's a 4. This needs a 2, which it has to get from there. The only way that can go is that way. The only way that can go is that way. That's going to be a 9 and a 1, and a 5 and a 6. A 6 and a 5, I should say. 6 and 5, and that's the 1 and the 9. And Right, this can't be a 2. That's the 2. That's 8. That's 3. Let's draw the line in. That is 4, 6, and 5. Ah, that is sheer class, Dorlir. That is a fantastic puzzle. Um, there's a lot of good things to think about. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. Um, and very happy birthday to your son. Um, and thank you for making this wonderful puzzle. If you like this solve, then please hit the like button. You can subscribe to see more, and I would love to hear your comments. I'm looking forward to next time. Be seeing you.